Europe is a fascinating continent, home to some of the most popular tourist destinations on Earth as well as amazing examples of both human and natural achievement. There are countless interesting random facts about Europe, from the smallest town in the world to the largest church, from a knighted penguin to a nation without bugs. Here are 17 fascinating facts about this incredible continent that can just shock you. Number 1. The Louvre is the most visited attraction in Europe. What do you believe to be the top tourist destination in Europe? A Colosseum? Paris's Eiffel Tower? Paris Disneyland? These are all excellent guesses, but the Louvre in Paris is the correct answer. It received a record 10.2 million visits in 2018, compared to close to 10 million at Disneyland Paris, 7 million at the Eiffel Tower, and 6 million at the Colosseum. It's nice to know that so many art enthusiasts visit the Louvre to view some of the most famous pieces of art in the world. Maybe this is what's making Mona Lisa smile so flirtatiously. Another interesting fact about the Louvre in Europe is that it would still take 35 days to see all of the artwork there, even if you just spent 30 seconds per piece. That's a lot of looking at art. Number 2. Iceland doesn't have mosquitoes. Iceland has none of the more than 3,000 different species of mosquitoes that exist worldwide. Amazingly, due to the frigid weather and absence of shallow ponds that mosquitoes adore, Iceland is said to be absolutely free of any mosquitoes. So you'd best go to Iceland if you're prone to mosquito bites. Number 3. Norway knighted a penguin. Did you know that there is a penguin who was more noble than you? One of our favorite amusing facts about Europe is that Brigadier Sir Nils Olaf III, a knighted penguin, resides at the Edinburgh Zoo in Scotland. He is the third king penguin to serve as the Norwegian King's Guard's mascot and colonel-in-chief. Between 1972 through 1987, the first Sir Olaf penguin was in service. Number 4. More chocolate is bought at Brussels Airport than anywhere else in the world. Most likely, you've heard of Belgian chocolate. Travelers are aware of its reputation for producing some of the best chocolate in the world. Brussels Airport is the world's largest retailer. The airport sells more than 800 tons of chocolate annually, and we know we can't help but pick up a box or two on our way through Brussels. Number 5. La Sagrada Familia is taking longer to build than the pyramids. La Sagrada Familia in Barcelona is a very magnificent piece of architecture, which explains why it is taking so long to complete. The incredible ancient Egyptian pyramids took 85 years to build, between 2589 and 2504 BC, but La Sagrada Familia has been under construction for 138 years. Although Gaudi was unable to see his magnificent work come to fruition, Barcelona plans to finish the famed basilica by 2026 in time for the 100th anniversary of his passing. Number 6. It's illegal in Switzerland to mow your lawn on Sundays. This interesting statistic about Europe is one that you can probably accept. On Sundays, you are not permitted to mow your grass, construct anything, wash your car, or hang your clothing outside to dry. The Swiss consider Sunday to be a day of rest, and feel that bothersome domestic tasks shouldn't disrupt anyone's ability to unwind. Number 7. There is a rainforest in Europe. Did you know that Europe has one last intact rainforest? The Peruvica rainforest, located in Bosnia and Herzegovina, is a potential UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the most priceless green spaces in all of Europe. Number 8. Bulgaria is the oldest European nation by name. Another interesting fact about Europe is that Bulgaria is the oldest European country by name. You may already be aware that the Republic of San Marino is the oldest independent state in Europe, going back to 301 AD. Numerous nations in Europe have renamed themselves throughout the years, but Bulgaria has retained its original name since adopting it in 681 AD. Number 9. Denmark has 7,000 approved baby names. Denmark has some peculiar naming regulations. One of the 7,000 pre-approved names, such as Benji or Molly, must be used when naming a child by new parents. These restrictions also forbid the creative spelling of common names. Do you want to give your child a special name? You'll need to request government approval. There are also some names that are forbidden, so if you're from Denmark, don't even consider giving your child the names Pluto, Anus, or Monkey. They weren't either of our top options. Number 10. The smallest town in Europe is in Croatia. Europe is home to the world's tiniest town, which is a great fact. There are only 30 people living in the little village of Hum, which is located in Croatia's northwest Istria area, according to the 2011 census. Hum is well known for its diminutive size as well as for the mistletoe brandy known as Biska. According to legend, the Biska recipe was left in Hum by ancient Celtic Druids over 2,000 years ago. Due of their closeness to Italy, another noteworthy aspect about Hum in Europe is that the majority of the inhabitants speaks Italian. Number 11. Norway has the longest coastline in Europe. Norway's coastline is the second longest in the world and the longest in Europe. It is made up of beautiful fjords, untamed islands, and windswept rocky coasts, after Canada. You're guaranteed to have some wonderful adventures traveling along this Scandinavian coast, which is more than 100,000 kilometers long. Number 12. There are more than 200 languages spoken in Europe. Over 200 languages are spoken on the continent of Europe, which has dozens of diverse cultures and nations. However, only 24 are acknowledged as the official languages of the European Union. Of the 24, English, French, and German are categorized as procedural languages. Furthermore, 38% of Europeans can speak English, making it the most widely spoken language in the continent. Number 13. You'll find Europe's tallest building in Russia. Did you know that St. Petersburg, Russia, is home to the highest structure in all of Europe? The Lakhta Center soars into the sky like a shard of glass and stands a towering 462 meters tall. You will undoubtedly enjoy some breathtaking views from the summit of this amazing 87-story structure. Number 14. Only 1% of the British Museum's collection is on display. With almost 6 million visitors a year, the British Museum in London is among the most popular tourist destinations worldwide. They come to see the magnificent collection of 8 million works of art and artifacts. But did you realize that at any given time, you're only viewing about 1% of the collection? Only over 800,000 objects can be exhibited, so we can only hope you see some of your favorites when you go. Number 15. Wales has a town with 57 letters in its name. Consider yourself skilled at tongue twisters? Give this Welsh town's name a try, Llanfairpwll Gwyngalgajarich Werndrab Llantysilliagagach. Although it can appear as though someone spilled something on their keyboard, the name really means cave. Its 58-letter name is the longest of any town in Europe, although you can also just call it Landfairpool or Landfair PG. Number 16. 10 Scandinavian villages have names that are just one letter long.
Welsh towns may have the longest names, while Scandinavian towns have the shortest. Welsh towns may have the longest names, while Scandinavian towns have the shortest. In Denmark, Sweden, and Norway, there are 10 villages with names that are only one letter long. The majority are called a, which in Scandinavian languages means little stream or river, however one settlement is called o, which in Swedish means island.
Number 17. The Czech Republic has the most castles in Europe. Enjoy castles? In love with the Czech Republic. The nation possesses more stately mansions, 1,187, and castles, 932, than any other nation in Europe. You better get going because even if you went to one castle a day, it would still take you nearly 2.5 years to see them all.